the wave shaping circuits. Okay, this is a lecture. What is known as the wave shaping circuits. So basically, suppose there is an input signal, okay, a sinusoidal or a square wave or a triangular wave or whatever is the input signal. I want to cut certain portion of the input signal. Okay, I want to clip certain portion of the or remove certain portion of the input signal. Then what we do is we actually have what is called the wave shaping circuits. Okay, so that's what we do. So we try to clip certain portion of the signal, or we want to only clamp the signal to a certain DC value. Then we use the diode in such a circuit known as the wave shaping circuits, also known as the clipper and clamper circuits. In today's class, what we are going to see is about the clipper circuits only. And so clip means literal meaning is remove. So wave shaping circuits are those circuits which are enabling removal of certain portion. So removal of clip means literal meaning is remove. So the definition of wave shaping circuits that are used to remove a certain portion of the input signal. Okay, that is the R. Or that are used to fix the signal to a certain DC value, Okay, certain voltage. Okay, so these are not only clipper circuits, and so we have seen the use of diodes in as a switch you can use. Then the second one in a regulator as a regulator in a regulator circuit they can be used, voltage regulation circuit. Now another example is the wave shaping circuits. Okay, with this introduction, let us straight away go to the topic. So removal. Say, let us say I have a signal. So what do you mean by removal? What do you mean by removal of certain input? Certain part of the input wave, certain part or portion of input wave. So let us say I have a signal like this. I have an input signal which is sinusoidal like this. Okay, and this is my input as a function of time. Let us say in a circuit I want to remove. So I want to produce any of this kind of stuff. See, for example, I want to ensure that the positive half of this circuit is I don't want to be there. Then what do I do? So I have to remove or clip that positive half, and I must be able to get only the negative half. So in the output signal, I should be able to ensuring this. Alternatively, I can also want to clip only the negative part I want to remove. I want to only get like this. So which means like this. So this I am drawing only one cycle. Okay, representation is only for one cycle. So keep that aspect in mind. Representation is for only one cycle. So this is also possible. Now then there is also the possibility. So the x-axis is always time period. Time. Okay. And then this is also possible. For example. So the input signal can be modified, shaped like this. This is also possible. Okay. Alternatively, I can also do this way. I can get the half cycle going. The output follows the input, and on the second half, the negative half of the cycle, I will get something like this. All these are possible provided how we make the circuit with the diode. Okay, so one more application that I forgot to, very key application of the diode is the rectification. We will come to that in the next week. Rectifiers. Okay, so these are all the use of diodes. Okay, so let me come back to this clipper circuit. So here what we do is to enable clipper, we have different types of clipping circuits, and I will take some examples in today's class and explain how these waveforms. So you can also do this also, which is not shown here, is you can get something like this. So the input is sinusoidal, but you see here the one select portion of your sinusoidal, the upper portion is actually has been removed. Here the complete negative is removed. Here complete positive is removed. Here the part of the upper portion is removed. The rest follows the input signal. Here the part of the negative is removed. So this is also one possibility. We will see some examples, and I encourage you to do more problems which are given in your prescribed textbook, Cedra Smith, and look at how clipper action is taking place. Clipper means the hairdresser, for example, uses a clipper. Okay, so cutting, removing. Okay, so keep that aspect in mind. Let us take one example, the first example in today's class, because we already know the action of a diode under forward and reverse bias. So it should not be very difficult to understand this class if you have followed those courses properly. So the first circuit, what I call it as positive series clipper. Positive series clipper circuit. positive series clipper. For this, the way I connect. So what do I require to clip certain portion? So to understand, you will see that we need a diode, resistor, an input power supply, which means a function generator input power supply, and output measuring instrument. Output measuring instrument, which is normally the CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. Okay. Output measuring instrument. So this positive series clipper circuit, we are giving a consideration. So the circuit, the way the circuit is drawn, it will be, I want to remove, when you say positive clipper circuit, a positive clipper circuit is one which enables the removal of the positive half of the input signal. So during the positive half of the input signal, I must have the diode reverse bias. This is the circuit. And this is where my output is measured. This is my sinusoidal input signal. Okay. Which is given by the function generator, and it can generate any different types of waveforms of the input signal. And I can get during the positive half cycle, I can get this point will be positive in relation to this point, and during the negative half cycle, this point will be negative with respect to this point. So depending on that, the action of the diode. So this is my circuit, this is my resistor R, and this is my diode D. The output is my input signal is like this. During the positive half cycle, you see this is my N terminal, this is my P terminal, or this is cathode, this is anode, which means the cathode will be is connected to the positive during the positive half cycle, which means this diode and will be under reverse bias. Okay, so this diode will be under reverse bias during the positive half cycle. The diode is under reverse bias. One more thing that I wanted to tell here is that there is no bias involved here. It is only simply the diode, and for all practical purpose, let us assume for simplicity, ideal diode model. Okay, and why did I use the word series here? Because the output measured, the diode is in series with the input, and the output is measured in series. Okay, the output is measured not across the diode, rather it is in series because the way it is connected. During positive half cycle, the diode is under reverse bias. In other words, it is open circuit condition. Open circuit condition. No current flows through. No current flows through. No current flows through. So which means in the positive cycle, no current flows through. The equivalent circuit can be drawn like this. This is the open circuit condition during the positive. Okay, there is no current that is flowing through. Correct. Okay, so this is my input. So how will the thing, because there is no current flowing through, you will, when I measure is here, across here, okay, and I am measuring across the resistor. So there is no current that flows through. So the voltage drop across R will be 0. So effectively, the output, when I see, I'll use a different color, or I can maybe use same here. Okay, so this is my one second. So I won't be able to. So this is my V in or V out. I will draw it here itself. So during the positive half cycle, the diode is cut off or open circuit, and there won't be any current flowing through. As a drop appearing across the resistor, which means the signal has been removed during the positive half cycle, and my output until this point t by 2, that is the time period t by 2, there is no signal whatsoever. And moment the diode comes in the second half, so that is the so this when the diode comes under forward bias, comes under forward bias. When will it come down? Come under forward bias? It will come under forward bias when during the negative half cycle. When the diode comes under forward bias during the negative half cycle. Negative half cycle. Negative half cycle. The diode conducts. Which means now the current flows through the circuit. Now the current flows through the circuit. So current flowing through the circuit. So the equivalent circuit will be, this is my diode. It is shorted and short circuit condition. And my resistor now R is here, and this is my input signal. So when it is in the negative half cycle, this polarity change reverses the sign. So during the negative half cycle, so the diode will be short circuit. For ideal in which case my signal So all of the voltage. So if I look at here, my output, all of the voltage which I measure will be, the current will be going through the input. The output will merely follow the input because the current is now flowing through. Okay. And when the current flows through, you will have a circuit, and the waveform therefore will. So let me draw the entire waveform, the input and output, and then that makes things easier. Okay. I was thinking I had done this. So once more, I'm drawing the input signal, because if you understand the first one quickly, the second one will be easier. Okay, so this is my input signal. The point is, the first half there is no, so this is my VA. Now I use the second color and draw it over that, so you get a feel for. So first positive half of the cycle, the diode does not conduct. So it is called a positive series Clipper circuit. Okay, positive series Clipper circuit. And second half, the output follows the input. Is in this color. The x-axis is always time. Okay, and so the transfer characteristic. We already, I have told you what is a transfer characteristic in the earlier class. Whenever you plot the output and the input together, output versus input, you will get what is called transfer characteristics. Okay, which means how much of the input signal is being reflected in the output. So this is my, okay, assume that it is parallel. Okay, so this is my input, this is my output, and then you can see the output is 0 for the input during the positive. When VA is positive, there is no output, 0, whereas the output follows the input. So therefore, for all values, it will go like this. This will be 45 degree. Okay, so this is what is called the transfer characteristic. So this is my output, this is my input, input on the x-axis, output on the y-axis, no output in positive of and here we will have output merely follows the input. So that is the transfer characteristic. Now let us take another example. So this with the ideal diode model, a positive series Clipper circuit. Series because the diode, the way the diode is connected, we are not taking the output across the diode, rather we are taking across the resistor. Okay. So depending on how you take the output, the transfer characteristic will be. We'll take the example, that is positive shunt clipper. Positive shunt clipper. In this case, I'm going to take the output across the diode. Okay, so how it will be looking as. So here my resistor is like this. My diode, the way I connect, you see, look at here. I want to get the positive half cycle to be removed. So I have to ensure when I take the output across the diode, if we have to consider the ideal diode condition, the way it should be connected will be like this, because when under forward bias, the diode will be short circuited, which means my output will be zero when this input signal for input signal in the positive half cycle. So the input signal can swing. The input signal can swing between, it's a sinusoidal signal, so it can swing between positive and negative. So the first part will be positive cycle for, and then the next part. So to analyze this circuit, again we go for what happens in positive half cycle. Diode is short circuited. Which means it is conducting. So for ideal diode model, this fellow V out will be 0, because equivalent voltages, potential difference between these two will be 0 for short circuit, and for negative half cycle, diode will be open circuit. So it all depends on how I connect the diode. So here you can see the way the diode has been connected. So current flows in this direction. There is no current flowing. Diode will be open circuit. Okay, will be open circuit under reverse bias, as it is under reverse bias. So V out because there is no current flowing through. Okay, there is no current flowing through, and I am taking across the diode, which means my during the negative half cycle, whatever the input signal is there, that signal will be seen here. So here I will be, it is as if the diode is not participating. All of the entire input signal will be seen over here. So no current is flowing through. No current flows. So output will follow the input. Because when there is no current, There won't be any current that will be flowing through this. It's merely you will be measuring across whatever output you measure, you will not be getting any current. So don't think that it is it's open circuit condition, which means it will be resembling in this fashion. Straight away, it will resemble this fashion. There won't be any voltage drop under when there is no current. So all the output will be, input will be seen in the output during the, and why did I use the word shunt? The shunt means it always refers to the connection of the diode to the output and the input. You can see it's parallel connection. Parallel connection. That is why it is the word shunt comes. So how will the waveform look like? In this case, definitely, again the waveform will be of similar nature. In the positive half cycle, the diode conducts. There is no voltage drop. During the negative half cycle, the output will follow the input. So which means my waveform will be like this. V out. I'm going to overlap it. That's why I have drawn both of them. So my input will be in this case. Okay, let me use the same color. So my input will be, okay, my drawing is not correct. My input will be a sinusoidal signal. And the output will be, okay, this, assume that it's a sinusoidal signal. Okay, and my output will be, it won't be conducting again. The voltage drop will be 0 and the output will merely follow the input. As there is no current flowing through the resistor. So whatever you are connecting, just all the voltage will appear at the output. So this is exactly what it is. So the blue line represents the output. So you can get either way. The only thing is you look at the way the diode has been connected. Here it is under forward bias in the case of shunt. In the case of the series, the diode is under reverse bias for the positive half cycle. So this is the way it is. Now I am sure that you got a feel for this. Now let us go to another example in today's class. So you can design similarly the negative series clipper and negative shunt clipper. Okay, so negative series clipper and negative shunt clipper also you can design. I will give you the circuit. You will understand it quickly. I want you to take a moment and think about the output and so the transfer characteristic again for the previous one, it will be the same. So how will the transfer characteristic look? So positive, there is no output. So it will be like this. This is my V out. This is my V in, and For the negative half cycle, it will follow the signal. So assume that it is drawn at 45 degree. So you can see that. So the output merely follows the input in case of the positive shunt clipper, but the way the circuit connection is very important. Now, what about the negative series clipper? In which case, I want to clip the signal in the negative. So how will I design the circuit? So the design of this circuit, we'll think about it for a minute. So let us say I got my input like this. Now it is series clipper. So the diode I am not connecting right now. What I'm doing is I'm taking the connection in such a manner. Now I have to think I want to clip the portion of the negative half. So in the positive, the diode must act as a see, I want to get what is a negative series clipper. Negative series clipper is 1. Negative series clipper. Circuit is 1. Which clips or removes the negative stuff or removes the negative part of the input. I don't want the negative part to be appearing at this thing. So I must understand here, for the positive part, I must get it. So all of the input must appear across R. For that to happen, the diode must be conducting. Then only if the diode conducts, then the current will flow through the resistor, in which case there will be, because we are assuming ideal diode model, we will have the diode to be under forward bias in this case, because you look at here the circuit, positive half cycle, the diode must conduct so that the signal will appear in the positive half cycle, and during the negative half cycle, the diode will be under the reverse bias because the negative off. So which means the diode will not conduct. So negative series clipper, short circuit condition under forward bias. Short circuit condition which is positive half cycle, during the positive half cycle, or forward bias. Okay, we are again considering ideal diode model, forward bias condition, positive cycle. In this case, all of the voltage will appear across R because there will be a current that will be flowing through. So I flows and entire input will appear as voltage drop across resistor. Across the resistor. This will be only when for positive half cycle. And during the negative half cycle, so this is, let me draw this. This one corresponds to positive transfer characteristics for, so don't make a mistake, transfer characteristic for positive shunt clipper. It is also true for the positive series clipper, but the way the diodes are connected will be different. Here, negative series clipper, we have the diode in series with the input. Therefore, we say negative series clipper, and we say negative because the negative part of the waveform is unwanted for my desired application. Therefore, I want to remove the negative part. So in which case, I have to ensure the diode only conducts during the positive half of the cycle, and the negative half, it should be an open circuit, no current flows through. So when no current is flowing through the resistor, merely the voltage drop will be 0 across here. So no current will be flowing through resistor, it will be 0. Okay, because IR, I will be 0. So there won't be any voltage drop, you will get 0. Okay, because it's an open circuit condition. So equivalent circuit will be like this. Forward bias or positive half cycle. V input, positive half cycle, and this will be my positive, this will be my negative, V out. So current will be flowing through, I will get, so my transfer characteristics, if I were to draw for the positive cycle, I will get like this. It's a straight line with a slope of 1, slope of unity. And this is my input, this is my output. Now for the negative of cycle, my equivalent circuit will be something like this. No current will flow through. So my equivalent circuits will be like this, and this is my output, and this is my negative. So the diode will not conduct. It's an open circuit condition, and therefore, since there is no current, you will get a 0. So it will be, the output will be 0. Okay, so the waveform will be like this. This is my input. Okay, assume that it is symmetric with respect to the center line, and this is my input signal Vi. I use the different color to make you understand that the output is always drawn with the blue color. In this case, my output will follow the input during the positive half cycle. It will follow, slope is 1, and here it is not conducting. So I have only drawn for representation of 1 cycle. That story continues like that. Okay, so that story continues like that. Between output, no output, output, no output, like that. So that is about the negative series clipper. Now you can similarly do a negative shunt clipper. Negative shunt clipper. So negative shunt clipper will be like this. I will put this input signal. I have to connect the diode across that. The resistor will be in series in this case with the supply, because how do I connect the diode is something. So I want to construct negative shunt clipper. So my transfer characteristic and the waveform output has to be like the previous case, which is negative series clipper. Only thing is in shunt, the output is taken across the diode. Negative shunt clipper. So this is my output. Now I have to understand my waveform because it has to reflect that. So let me first draw waveform. My output has to be okay. So my output has to be only in the positive half, which means I should get only output to here. And again, after another cycle, I must get like this. Okay, I can draw only up to that. Try to understand it's a full cycle. So here there is no output, the negative half. So if I don't want any output in the reverse bias, so this will alternate between positive and negative, which means the diode needs to be. So think about this, what it should be. There should not be any current flow. See, if it is shorted, the diode is shorted, then we will have the current will be flowing. But if diode is open, there won't be any current flow. If the diode, if there is no current flow, I will get the output similar to the input. But if there is shorting, when it is shorted, the current flow is happening, but the potential of this point and this point will be same, because we are considering ideal diode model, in which case my output will be similar. See, the diode, there won't be any drop. So I need only the positive stuff. So think along this direction. So how do we connect that? So negative shunt clipper. So think if I connect in the positive, whether reverse bias or forward bias, that is the question. How do we do this? It's positive of we want signal. We need output. We need output. Okay, so there should not be, if it is shorted, the output will be 0. But if it is not shorted, when will the diode be shorted? When the diode is under forward bias. So I obviously need to connect in the positive of a reverse bias. Positive half, we need output, which means there should not be any drop. There should not be any drop. So I can give you a transfer characteristic, ask you to draw the circuit. I can give you a circuit and ask you to draw the wave or transfer characteristic also. So either way, you must understand when will be the diode be short circuited, assuming ideal diode model. That is the starting point. Now comes the constant drop model, that is a different story. There will be some shift. Okay, so you have to take that shift into account. But we know the diode starts to conduct after you exceed the input signal greater than 0.7. Okay, so with that knowledge, we can actually gear up. So I hope you understand what I am trying to say. So if I am giving this output, Vi or Vout. So Vi will be in the red color. So I will use the red color pen just to ensure that you are able to capture what I am trying to say here. So my Vi is always in red color. So my okay. And this is my input Vn. But output is clipped in the negative. Therefore, it is a negative shunt clipper because the diode is connected in parallel. We are taking the output and it is connected in parallel to the diode input. Okay, so there should not be any drop in positive thing. That's with that knowledge we can draw this diode clearly. So that is one thing. Now the last part of today's example is what is called biased clipper circuit. I will take one example of biased clipper circuit. Biased clipper circuit. More examples, you are welcome to solve it using the prescribed textbook. I have given you an idea how to go about the process. The process is very important. How do I go about it? Okay, with that knowledge only we have to do. Let us say consider a constant voltage drop model in this case. I'm going to consider a constant voltage drop model here. Assume constant voltage drop model. Let us say my circuit is like this. This is my resistor. This is the way I have connected the diode is like this. And I have biased. The meaning of bias means application of additional. So this is a DC bias. So I have done a DC bias application of additional. I'm going to do that additional voltage, additional power source, and we are going to take a DC in series with the diode. In series with the diode. The way I'm going to do is I'm going to connect like this. So this is my positive, this is my negative. So I connect a battery. So let us say in this case, I connect a DC battery which supplies constant voltage, some reference voltage, V reference. And I have a circuit like this. And this is my V in. And my output is taken across here. So in addition to the input source, which is a wave generator, and I have done some wave generator, waveform generator, which is a function generator, for example. I apply, and this is a biased Clipper circuit. One example I am taking. How will the output look like? This is the question. So we need to understand this carefully. So let us once this example is understood, you can replicate this understanding to any other circuit with this DC bias. So bias means application of additional thing. Okay, I will I will redraw the circuit here so that you understand carefully. I could have done this here. So this is my V input, this is my resistor. Now this is my output. Now think about it. So this is my VR, V reference. The diode, we are assuming constant drop model. Constant drop model. Constant drop model in case of silicon, it is 0.7 volt for silicon. For germanium, it is 0.3. Now let us talk about the positive half cycle. In the positive half cycle, what happens? Okay, so that is the idea. So we have to, first of all, the diode starts to conduct. What do we know? We know that for constant voltage drop model, for constant voltage, constant drop model, constant voltage drop model only, it is constant drop diode model. The diode starts to conduct when the cathode, that is the N side is negative, more negative with respect to anode. That is the P side. This is the forward bias condition. Forward bias condition. Secondly, we also know it should exceed the input should exceed 0.7 volt for conduction to happen. Okay, so we'll have to think very slowly, carefully here. What happens in the positive half cycle? So I wrote half cycle. I should have written positive half cycle. So in the positive half cycle, this fellow will occur positive, this fellow will occur negative. But there is a voltage here. This voltage you see here, VR is positive, and this fellow is actually the it will be positive here, and here it will be negative. Even though this is connected to the positive, what will happen is, look at the input here. I am taking across this entire stuff. So I must understand there is an equivalent circuit. Let us draw the equivalent circuit and then go with it. So I am going to assume 0.7 volt drop. So the equivalent circuit, first let us draw equivalent circuit. That will make things easier. One example if I give, I think you can follow this example and try to think, because thinking is very important. The equivalent circuit will be like this. This is a drop, therefore the positive should be in the upper, and this is my VD drop, 0.7 volt. So this is my VR, V reference. So this is my V input, and this V input, if you look at the V input here, in the positive half cycle, the diode will start to conduct moment this voltage, this is V reference. Okay, this is V reference. It is in this negative cathode is connected to V reference. Now, for voltages, even in the positive half cycle, you have to think like this. So what will happen to the diode? Whether the diode will conduct, depending on that only output will be there. Okay, so this is my V reference. Now we have to see this voltage and this voltage together. If the diode will start to conduct, this is a drop, the diode will not conduct until 0.7. Until 0.7, the diode will not conduct. But we have to look at, there is a V reference voltage also here. So when the input voltage is greater than this 0.7 VD plus VR, V reference, because look here, this is positive, this is negative. So let us say I put 5 volt here, I put 5 volt here, and let us say there is already 0.7 here. So definitely the total drop across this will be 5.7. Now my input should exceed that 5.7 to enable conduction. For any voltages less than, let us say here it is like 5, but here my input is like 4 volt here. Okay, if input is 4 volt, which means what will happen? Input is 4 volt. Okay, and this V reference is 5 volt. This is 5, whereas this is, I am applying 4 here. Okay, so which means the cathode will be, the voltage at the cathode will be greater than the anode. This is plus 5, whereas this is 4. In which case the diode will not conduct in this case. So when VI is greater than VD plus V reference, VD is your 0.7 is greater than that, that is when diode will conduct. When diode conducts, that means all of those voltages will appear across the, so diode is conducting, which means above 0.7 volt, it will be, you will have this V reference here. So my waveform, now look at my waveform, it is going to be like this. Okay. You have to be very careful here. So when will the diode conduct? So take an example and think like that. So as an example, you can take V reference 5 volt. V reference 5 volt. Okay, so which means cathode will be at 5 volt always. Okay, and your input should exceed 5.7 for diode to conduct. Okay, and this is positive, this is negative. So when I'm coming like this, I'm going to have a voltage drop V this thing, and I will get my signal will be like this for all voltages. When this starts to conduct, the potential here, it will be like a shorted when it starts to conduct. For to conduct, it should become, so this is an example I have given. 5 volt, if it is there, my input should exceed 5.7 for the diode to conduct. In which case, let us first draw the input to begin with. See, during the negative of, okay, we'll first concentrate on the positive of, then we'll come to the negative of. So positive of, if you look at here, this is my positive of, this is my negative of. So when this fellow is exceeding 5.7, my volt, the diode will start to conduct, and I should see the output following the input, but in a manner that for all voltages I will be getting, it will be shorted. So for all the voltages input above that 5.7, I will only see my voltage like this. Because I am measuring across this, and the equivalent circuit, the moment I put VD 0.7, let us say I have applied 5.7 in this case, I will be able to get, and V reference as 5 volt, I will be able to get the voltage measured across that, and this voltage will be appearing for all voltages above that. But for all voltages below, what I will be measuring is the diode does not conduct. Therefore, what I will be measuring, this will be like a open circuit condition, in which case I will be measuring the output will be following merely the input. Therefore, I will get a signal like this. Now, the negative half cycle is very clear. This will become negative. This will become positive this side. So here you look at the 5 volt is there. So here it will be 5 volt, but my negative is here. Okay, and in the negative half cycle, you can see the diode is going to be under reverse bias. Again, it will be no this thing. What do you say? No current will flow through for all. So therefore, my output will follow like this. So this is my, this voltage will be, I will be measuring V reference. Okay, V reference I will be measuring. But if I use the constant voltage drop model, V reference plus VD I will be measuring. So V reference I will be measuring in case of this one, for all voltages, the diode starts conducting. In the negative half cycle, you can see here it is negative. So this is my diode, the way the diode is connected. So you can see, you can again consider the same example, what will happen. So I want you to think through that, why my waveform is like this. I can explain to you, but I will ask you to think, take a pause and think why my output follows the input in the negative half. Okay, so take examples of the voltages that will give the clarity. Okay, so let us talk about that negative. Okay, with that in answer, you can get, for example, this negative. Okay, so the diode is always open. Okay, but you see here my diode will always be open. So I will be measuring. If this is open terminal, there is no current flowing through. So all of the input will be measured across the stuff. So that is the idea. So the equivalent circuit in case of the negative stuff, it will be here. So the diode, you can see here. So let us say, and this is my stuff here. This is always 5 volt. Whereas for any input voltage, okay, this is my open circuit condition. You have to consider the way you have connected the diode, and this is my positive. So input in the negative half cycle. You have to think. Okay, so this is my constant voltage drop model. Agreed. But you see here, this is always 5 volt. My input begins to come like this, which is negative. So the anode, that is the P side, will be negative, less negative than the this will be more positive because this is 5 volt. So which means it will be under reverse bias. Now for voltages, it will merely simply follow that and you will get the signal. Okay, so I want you to think through this example and do this. Whether we will get V reference plus VD and here we will get differently. So I want you to follow this carefully with the transfer characteristic. So there are some examples. We will solve some more problem in the next class. With this, I'll stop. I don't want to overload you. It takes time to understand this. So think about this. Okay.